Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 24th of June, talking about baseball. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us at Madden Sims, man. You hear him in the background right now. I love the Madden Sims. This is 2 Sundays in a row where I pulled down the 1,000. Great. Let's do it every Sunday, guys. I'll take $1,000 per Sunday from Madden Sims. I'm running 2 lineups. The other one got second to last. So that's how you build GPP lineups, guys. You build them for massive stacking one games. I got Ritter. I got London. I got Mac Hollins. I got runbacks. I got runbacks. Anyway, I was one very close Zay Jones catch away to Berm taking it down. Anyway, this is sponsored as always by PredictionStrike. You can use promo code PhD to get their best deposit match bonus. Yeah, and check out the videos for MMA coming later this week by All-Star to help you figure out what to trade on and or any tips Jamario leaves in the Discord. Now, well, okay, hold on. Let me move this around. I've messed up the screen size and stuff. Okay. It doesn't look like we have any weather concerns. This is 6/24. That's today. Not going to do much there. I looked at Ballpark Pal. I liked a couple of their changes here, so I went with Reds up a little bit. What do we have? 4.8 for Pittsburgh. Is that high enough? Oh, hey now. I'll do that in 10 minutes. I don't think I have Pittsburgh at oh, okay, 5.1. I'm not going to take them down. I wanted them to be higher, if anything. But yeah, so I raised the Royals. I raised Red Sox. And yeah, anytime you see the little green number here, that's what I did. The Reds, Royals, and Red Sox were the three that I like the most. And I'm not even getting to that many of those stacks. So I should probably force those a little bit given my general interest in those stacks. That I think that's the best stack. I don't think people will do that. So 15%. I must not have done that. I have to rerun it anyway. You can see I've got some guys out since I ran this 10 minutes ago. So I know what that is. But yeah. Another Brees touchdown. Great. Not for me today. Okay. Okay. So for today, besides the total changes, where do we go for pitchers? Generally speaking, Ragans and Crochet. Obviously, the best players don't fade the best pitchers. I mean, play other pitchers too. I'm running 100 lineups. I'm going to play other lineups, but other guys. But part of the positives of having 100 lineups is you can have 25 that have the best pitchers, right? Because these guys are optimal by a long shot. I mean, Freddie Peralta may be a little bit nipping at their heels, but the rest guys are like one strikeout or even more lower with more earned runs. So absolute scoring percentage wise, you just got to have these top guys, and then you can take a smidgen of whoever else you want. I don't really have strong leans here yet. We're not at that. I guess at this point in the season, my leans for pitchers come from it's getting hotter. So guys who throw fastballs are throwing them faster, but it's not always as wet. Like guys who sometimes curveball guys will hang them because it's hot. Anyway, that's what I've said. I have no no general application of that to this slate. I guess Lance Lynn, his heater might play a little better, so I'm fine with keeping him in here. Yeah, Schwellenbach, you can take. I have Bassett lower on Ballpark Pal concerns. That's fine. Same thing with Hook, I guess. Fine with that. Don't really care about those guys. Paxton, you know, I can see taking some Paxton. I had him at 5% of my pool. I'm not gonna go out there and force him though. Carson Spears, it's in Cincinnati, so that's not great, but 13%. Yeah, take what you get. Oh yeah, let's look at stacks and talk about for exposure. I like this Atlanta stack. It's nice and strong always. You know the guys that can pop, and yeah, they're not a surprise. They're not throwing it to some random guy as I watch Sims, but no, they're not randomly having guys pop off. It's always the same guys. That's what you want in a team. Kind of the same with Oakland this year. Honestly, all three of these top three teams I got Atlanta, Oakland, and Cincinnati. They're my top stacks. And that's because of the predictability of the guys who are going to hit. I mean, I bet if I look at my batters, I got some guys who are going to be like a lot of percent. I never check my batter percents because if somebody's in an amazing spot, I want them to score. But yeah, these are the guys, right? You know the guys. They're the guys. If those guys aren't the guys, those teams don't win. So Albies, Ozuna, Blade, Soderstrom, Steer. I mean, some of the names aren't household names, but they are if you lived in Oakland. Oakland or whatever, right? I mean, so yeah, that's my overall take here. I never look in the actual exposures for batters. That's getting too granular for me. Too many batters. What we got? Any amazing values? Maybe just make sure I'm exposed to all of them. I am. But we got to also, it's too early to be caring about. That's the thing. It's too early in the day for me to be talking about specific batters, right? Because the best values are the ones that are weird starters late. So yeah, that's the thing about this MLB video that's not quite as, we don't have like a shoot around thing. Like we don't get good, we don't know what the lineup change is going to be until like what, 3 hours before, whenever they give the lineup card. So for batters, we can't ever really do much here. We can talk about like environments for hitting, and we can talk about run totals, but I can't. That's why we're always talking about pitchers and stuff. And I guess another thing we can do, you know what? All right, contest for today, but let's go back. Let's do contest review because I'm trying to think like how can we get a little better, right? Like I haven't been improving enough. And one thing we stopped doing with the other videos is doing contest review as much as we should have. So I just want to make sure I'm limiting it to like $500. Does that make sense? Is the guys who winning the mini max, are they using all their salary, or is pricing massively inefficient at this time of year? It's still kind of early in the baseball season. Maybe you get call ups. What, do we just change a month? No, we're not quite to the months where that happens yet. 49.7, 49.9, 48.9. Okay, so this one is outside of my range, but I'm on swaps, it's not that far outside my range. I swap up to 1,000. So maybe I swap up to 1,500. Yeah. Yeah. 3 and 4 are both 48.9 and 48.8. So that's a little bit outside of my normal swapping range. 48.2. How many games was this slate? This was a big slate, right? Or am I just wrong? No, there's a zillion games on this slate. Huh. Well, this is why we do a review. Looks like, I mean, look at the sim ROIs on these. Obviously, these are negative sim ROIs, but I don't know. I mean, the reason that it's more in play in baseball is, and I just looked at this for soccer as well. When you have an underdog who's not expected to score any points, they price everybody just so far down that you can't really make a stack of that team without leaving a bunch of money on the table, right? So in this case, it looks like it was Detroit or something. Yeah, they're mostly cheap. 2,300 for McKinstry, Keith. Oh, geez, wow. Yeah, Colton Keith or whatever at that price is pretty low. Um, but so I see how you get there. I probably do it only, yeah, see, because of the sim ROI being negative, I think I only allow it in late stacks, but I think in late stacks now, I'm going to allow up to 2,000, and I'm going to completely unclick all my max exposures. So that's why I'm going to start doing late swaps as a result of looking at this, because this is just nuts. Like that's so much on the table for these winners. Let's keep going, make sure 49.7, thank you, 48.3, 49.7, 49.2. Some very lightly positive sim ROIs. I was like, are any of these actually positive expected value lineups? Most of these are crazy lineups. Something nuts must have happened yesterday morning. I don't know when this was. This was Sunday morning. Yeah. Too far in the past, guys. I was playing golf anyway, probably. Yeah, at that time. Whatever. I don't think I even played this slate. Did I? I might have. We're not going to look at it. It wasn't good. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Why don't we click on it? Players. Oh, users. Bone Dog. My lineups. My best lineup. 49.9. Actual ROI. 500. Okay. Got a 5x. I think my overall profit -4. Yeah, I was about to say it's not like it was like terrible, right? Like it wasn't like, oh, throwing money in the trash. It was throwing a little bit of money in the trash. Um, hmm, good set of lineups. Weird result, but I am going to change the way I run things for the future. So, yeah. But we did some lineup review. I'm gonna add lineup review to the mix for this MLB show because I think I want the show to make my process better as well as your process better, right? You know what I mean? I don't just want to tread water. I want to kind of let's get things what are the stacks like just to make sure on these winning lineups. How do I go back? Oh, unclick users. Unclick myself, and then I look at the overall. Wow, third touchdown for Brees. Slate broken. Slate broken. By the way, the last time I was talking about Sims on stream was the first day I won the $1,000 or something. Anyway, okay. It's not gonna happen today. We have not gotten lucky like that. So okay, actual ROI positive. It's these lineups. And what was I looking at? Stacks 5-2, 4-4. I'm not limiting my stacks right now, but I'm thinking like, what if I see something pop out at me? I gotta let SaberSim run its SaberSim. You know what I mean? At some point, and I think with the stacks at this point, I'm comfortable with SaberSim being SaberSim. I don't know. I'm gonna let him run today because I got nothing else to do because there's no WNBA today. So do a lot of MLB tonight. That's why when you looked at the today's picture, it was a picture of 100 lineups. Even though they're not running the mini max, then I mean, like, yeah, the micro max is fine, but run the regular 50 cent. Run the 50 cent for like 40K or something, you know? Like, what are you doing? Like, why do I have to play the $3 a day to get any exposure? And anyway, so I'm a little bit uncomfortably high exposure just because I do want to have, 80 total in addition to my 20 and the $1. Anyway. Ooh. Okay. Well, this is taking a while to load. I don't really have anything to say anyway, so I'm just gonna sign off and say you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's gonna win that money. Might as well be us.